After Syracuse, I asked you what it felt like to be 1-0 in the ACC. Now you just beat a team that came in with 7 wins already. What does it feel like to be 2-0 in the ACC?
Even better. It feels great. Again, I think it shows that when we play to our potential, that we can go play in this league. It's what we've been talking about a lot, and they did. They did what they needed to do to get the win today. I mean, that's a good BC team that tied Notre Dame. Obviously, they exuded a lot of energy on Thursday and had to travel, so we felt like it was a game we should go take today, for sure.
What were your overall thoughts about the way the team played, and what were the games within the game that led to you getting the result you wanted?
Overall thoughts on the way we played. I think in the first half I talked about we got some good runs in behind. We created in the attacking third. We did not attack the box. Like we got it in behind, we had it in transition, but we didn't have numbers in the box. Just Sunday legs and not as many numbers. So I felt like we left some goals out there in the first half just because we didn't get numbers in the box. But overall, they created some good opportunities, and that coming out of the first half that we really had to value the ball and take care of the ball. There was a lot of space to play. Pressure was kind of Sunday pressure. So we needed to value the ball when we won it and move the ball, make them chase a little bit.
You get the goal on the rebound of Sammy's PK. Is there a play call to follow that, or is there an art to following up penalty kicks like that?
I mean, it's what we practice. It's what we practice when we practice PKs, is following every ball, because you never know what's going to pop out. The goalkeeper makes a save, it hits the post. Like, there's so many different opportunities where we just have to be on our toes. And so, yeah, that's definitely something we practice. We didn't, obviously, I don't think she meant to hit the post, but, we practice following up the ball all the time.
BC looked huge. They had, 5 or 6 players who were almost 6 feet tall. How much did that play into your defensive game plan in terms of defending corners and set pieces, and what was the key to handling a team with that much size?
Yeah, they're one of the top teams in the nation regarding the number of corners they've earned, and yeah, they go forward very fast, and they have good targets to go forward to. So we talked a lot about being proactive with our positioning as that ball came out, and I thought the back line did a great job of that. And the sixes staying in position to dig up second balls. I thought Mac and Lydia did a great job of helping secure the ball off those long balls. And the back line did a good job with their proactive positioning to try to get a piece of it so that we didn't give up corners and we didn't have to defend, as much flank service in our defensive box, because they're pretty dangerous with it. And then, again, for our size, we've talked a lot about we have to fight for position in the box. We have to bump. We have to make sure that we are defending 1v1 in the box and putting ourselves in a position. You don't have to win the ball in the air, but you have to make it really difficult. And I thought that overall they did a good job of that. We're getting a little better at that.
You mentioned the fact that BC had to travel, and it's not broiling hot like August, but it's still pretty warm. Mac, did you see anything in terms of them fading at all? Did you see the gas coming out of the tank for them toward the end?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something that, home field advantage. I'm sure if we went to Boston, they would have some other home field advantage that we don't have. So I think that's something that we definitely tried to play to our advantage. We've trained in this conditions, but we also don't want to use it for us as an excuse. And so it's hot for us, it's hot for them. We might be more used to it, but it's honestly just pushing ourselves through that and not really thinking about it and just playing to our potential even when it is warmer outside. But yeah, I think it definitely plays to our advantage in some ways.
It looked like you all played more direct vertical balls out of the back than you sometimes do. Did Boston College do something unusual or different to kind of clog that midfield that led to a more direct approach, or did I miss?
Are you talking early or late in the game?
Particularly, I was thinking early.
Early, we thought they would press a little more than they did. So we said, because their pressure was really good against Notre Dame on Thursday night, so we said we would go a little longer from Sierra early on to try to settle the game and then start playing. But we didn't end up having to play as long as we expected, so I thought they did end up putting it down and playing quite a bit. We didn't we didn't pass the ball as much as we could have. There was a lot of space in between the lines. It's, again, a Sunday game. It's really stretched out. So I think the second half, we did a much better job of that, which continued to kind of wear down the opponent, making them chase a little bit.
How nice is it to have Nia Rose back, and how does she change what you all can do offensively?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously I'm super happy for her and the experience that she just had. It's awesome to have her back in the environment. I mean, it just gives us more depth in that top line. I feel like we have a lot of threats going forward this year, and so just adding another one in there is a huge benefit for this team. And just as we get further along in the season and legs get more tired it's awesome to have her back for sure.
What did either of you think about the maturity, composure that you all showed killing off the game after the penalty kick and hanging on for another, 30 minutes?
It's great to see with a younger team, honestly. I mean, but you have great captains and great leadership and enough leadership on the field and experience to understand what needs to be done in those moments. We talk about it, we work on it, but yeah, I thought they did a really good job of that, and really executing in the second half. I mean, consistency is something we keep talking about, that we are a consistent team week in and week out, because we've got a ton of potential if we do that.
Every team is different from one year to the next. You all have gotten significant contributions this year from a handful of freshmen. From your vantage point as one of the veteran leaders of this team, where have you seen the most growth and development in the team since the start of the season to now?
I think, our decision-making in the final third will just continue to get better as we go on. With such young players in our front line, I think as you get on and as they get more confident playing against some of these higher-level teams, I think they're just going to continue to improve throughout the season with their decision-making in the front line in the final third to continue to score goals. I think in the past we haven't really been able to put balls in the back of the net like we have this season, so I think that's definitely where our biggest improvement has been this season, and then I think it'll only continue to get better as we go along through the season and then continue throughout the years, because we do have such young, talented players.
Acknowledging that you haven't had a chance to watch this one yet, what do you take out of this as you get ready for Miami?
The shift that we made to kill off the game, I want to look at that, and if that's, the best shape for us, and we would need to train in it some, with the two front. And then, I just want to continue getting, as she just said, the front group to make the best decision, to make the best decision that equals then, a dangerous goal-scoring opportunity versus, it's going to take everyone when you have goal scorers, everyone likes to score goals. So you have to be, as a group, it has to be collective, and you have to pass when you should pass, and you have to take shots when you should take shots, but it has to be selfless, honestly. I think we have a ton of potential for this attack if everyone will embrace their role and keep getting better with that week in and week out.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Congrats.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve.